On me. That's right. But you guys elected this dude in, so here we go.
Right. Well, here's what he said. He didn't retire. He said that, this is interesting, coming from somebody who really knows how Black people have been treated and how laws have either hurt them, helped them, everything from, being able to get mortgages, access to capital, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He says, this is in response to our president. And you don't call him president, but he is Trump. But he says, you've got to preserve what you've done. It will not matter if Donald Trump revokes the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act of Dr. King. You need to preserve the racial profiling laws and police reform like stop and frisk. Otherwise, it's a bygone era. So what he's saying is, we are in danger of slipping back to that time.
Yes.
So, we're going to play a clip in a moment about Trump. It's actually the one about Sharpton. We have two of them we're going to play. The one is of Sharpton being asked. It was started at 1:19. And this is an interview, I believe in an airport. A reporter approached him.
Just like, TMZ style.
Hey, ow. Right. And said, no, but ask the question, what do you think about President Trump? Will you meet with him? And do you think Martin Luther King Jr. would have met with him? And
I think he would have.
So the reporter asked this question, and here is Al Sharpton's response.
America. So do you think right now, speaking of Haiti and Africa, when people are saying they think the president is racist, what do you think?
You don't have to spray paint the N-word over the Oval Office and sleep with a KKK hood to be a racist. If you have racist policies, say racist things, operate in a racist manner, you are a racist. Period. End of story.
There you go. Saying it like it is. And that's why his radio show is called Keeping It Real.
Keeping It Real.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the phones. We have a lot of callers. I tell you the number's 313-778-7600 to call in, but our lines are so busy, I probably just hang out and listen.
Yeah.
But let's go to Rick on line 5. Rick, thanks so much for calling.
Oh, good afternoon, guys. Always a great show. And Al Sharpton, you guys going to work the devil out of him. He's a busy guy, too.
Yeah, he is.
But I didn't notice now. Have you ever noticed your Tucker Carlson, your Sean Hannity, all these people will never, ever allow a debate where one person gets to speak and another person gets to speak and back and forth. They'll always cut you off.
Yep.
And I guess the truth is a difficult thing to swallow because all they have is opinions, basically. Al Sharpton deals with facts. I mean, he has opinions as well. He's a minister. You got to think of it. He did go to school to become what he is. But you have to think about it this way. If you are a bigot or somebody who wants your way, you're going to think of anything you can do, as you mentioned, that comment you made about it all being about money that drives the American mentality, the few races. You got people who are the used and people who are the users.
Yeah.
The users want to keep the used in their place so they can always use them to do whatever they want to do for financial goals. Now, what will happen when the world comes to the place where money is not used? I wonder what's going to happen there.
Yeah, that's what I wonder, because when it actually comes down to love, compassion, if all things were equal, no money, then you look at you look at some of these people who've been making money off the backs of others who are more disadvantaged, and I would love that day one day. Get locked on an island, sort of a Lord of the Flies like situation.
There's gonna be like 20 different universes in the United States. Like, it's gonna all be renamed.
Right.
Different governments everywhere.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that was a really great statement he made. The black people are loving and they're fun-loving and everything else. That's very true. And what I also like to say is I pulled over by a policeman, and he had his gun drawn and everything, and I had to ask him, I said, I'm not the one out here doing mass murders and bombing and don't have assault weapons and stuff like that. Why are you scared of me? Well, what did I do? It allows you to think that you are scared of me. Why are you scared of me? And, of course, the black community, assault weapons are really a problem there because most black people only have $1,800 to go out and buy an assault weapon. For what reason? So you just buy a break in your house and you can shoot on it. That's the only reason why you have an assault weapon. I mean, you target practice or whatever. So anyway, that's basically what I want to say. I appreciate it. I'll allow you time to get your other callers there.
Yeah, Rick, I like it. Yeah, and I want to add to what you were just saying. This idea that the fact that just driving, walking on a public street, or being on your backyard like the man yesterday, a black man who was killed, shot 20 times in the back by police because they thought he had a gun and it was a cell phone. That's the kind of fear. If you are afraid of black people, first of all, don't ever if you'll ever become a cop.
Wait a minute. I didn't hear about this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
I got some
I got pulled over. The guy said I was doing 2 miles over the speed limit. 2 miles. I'm not kidding you. And one guy pulled me over and said I was wobbling in the lane. I was doing 30 miles an hour. I'm not wobbling in the lane doing 30 miles an hour. I mean,
that's crazy.
He was one of the guys that pulled me over. Then when I showed him my license, registration, and insurance, he was disappointed that I ain't on my paperwork to get back there in jail. Anyway, go ahead with your other calls. I appreciate your show. It's going to be a great addition to 910. I'm going to listen to it.
Thanks a lot.
I got a one-up, Rick. I've been pulled over, and the officer said he thought I had tinted windows.
Yeah.
True story. And then, you know what he said after that? License and registration, please.
Yep. I know. I didn't
even take a breather.
Yeah. It makes every black person has a story like that, and it's just not. I mean, the fact that still happens today is insane.
Livonia, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homeland.
But this, speaking of the portrayal of black people who are accused of crimes and white people who are accused of crimes, something as simple as a cop pulling somebody over going 2 miles over the speed limit, wondering, what is this guy doing? Something bad? Is there a malicious intent? What's going on? Got something in your car? Took lead? Is this your car? Steal it?
That's it.
All
those are going through his mind quick.
But did you hear what the Austin police chief said about the white, unemployed, 23-year-old serial bomber who blew himself up and injured a cop? Did you hear what he said about him after this serial bomber killed 2 people, injured many others in 5 bombs?
I don't even know if I want to know, Steve.
He said he didn't do that out of hatred. He did it because he was a troubled man. That is what they always say about white people who get in trouble. Remember the rapist?
It always goes back to mental.
But if it's a black person and it's young, the person's a thug.
Yeah.
They're never going to get out. If it's a white person, he just had some trouble. Yeah, sure, his parents had all the money he needed. He never had to worry about how he was going to get his food. He didn't have to worry about getting, he didn't have to worry about going to school and not having books.
Like, did that officer know him? Like, did he leave a note or something? How did he know that?
He left a 30-minute.
Like, that's what...
He left a 30-minute confessional. And, look, you don't blow up human beings like that and say that's not out of hatred.
And it's not even done yet. They don't even know if that's all the bombs.
They're still looking. They still don't know if there's another person involved. So,
they both just troubled him.
Right. One of the things that I thought was interesting was, even in the black community, Al Sharpton's a pretty controversial guy. And if you just take a look at what, for instance, Obama said about him, he said that Sharpton is, quote, the voice of the voiceless and a champion of the downtrodden. There are so many people who have commented and praised him, but there are also, critics who are liberal and African American who have, in fact, there was a liberal columnist, Derek Jackson, who called him the black equivalent of Richard Nixon or Pat Buchanan. There were these other criticisms, and I mean, let's take a look at this. The reason that white people don't like Al Sharpton is because he doesn't care how he delivers his message. He's going to deliver it real, and he's going to deliver it right. He's going to tell the truth. He's going to say it with passion. And I, in the life of me, don't know why so many white people have so much trouble listening to criticism of what their ancestors did. Nobody's saying it's your fault. They're saying you are advantaged. You have this advantage because of what your ancestors did.
That goes back to you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that bully mentality.
Yeah.
And it's been that bully mentality since, quote unquote, Columbus found Earth. You feel me?
That's right.
So you think that's going to change after generations? Parents teaching their kids? Like, no, that's going to still be there. So when you have somebody coming out talking about stuff that you're not used to talking about, it's just going to be a reaction. They're not even thinking. They just reacting.
Yeah.
They're not listening to what he's saying.
And then too, it's the way that white people dismiss what they refer to as the angry black man.
Yeah.
Because they can't understand why a human being who, because of the shade of their skin, cannot have the same opportunities and don't have the same chance of reaching those opportunities to this day. So here, we're going to take a listen to a clip. This is really good. Oprah asked Reverend Al Sharpton, "Why are you an angry black man?" I thought his response was beautiful. One second, guys. Technical difficulty.
Angry black man.
There we go.
Oh, I was very. And I was angry not only at society, I was angry at my father. I was angry at some of my mentors. I felt, if I hadn't lived a middle class life and then went to the hood, I might not have been as angry, but I felt robbed. I felt that I had the right life and y'all took it from me for no reason. And then humiliated my mother. My mother went from having a new Cadillac every year to scrubbing floors so that I'd have a super at a church on Sunday. I was mad about it.
And some of that anger is what we saw in your protests.
A lot of that anger was exercising protest. And exercising a lot of things in life because I never stopped and really analyzed and admit to myself, where's all this anger? I mean, when you wake up mad, it doesn't even happen yet. You're just mad when you wake up. You look at the pillar mad. I mean, at some point you got to stop and say, what am I so angry about? Because you never really dealt with this pain inside.
Man, that's what's up. And that's